All right. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about how to find the mode of a bar graph. Okay. Um, in the previous video, we had said that the mode is considered to be the measure of essential tendency, right? It's a type of measure of essential tendency. What the mode tells us is how frequent something occurs, right? So for example, like if you have something like 1, 2, 3, 3, right? The mode in this case would be 3 because 3 occurs 2 times, right? In this data set, in this particular data set, right? The mode is 3, right? If we said something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, the mode in this case would be 5 because because 5 occurs 3 times, right? If you said something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There is no mode, right? Because none of the numbers occur more than once, so that you would write there is no mode, right? The mode, when we're dealing with a data set, tells us how frequent we are, tells us the frequency of each number, right? So in this case, the mode in this case is 3. The mode in this case is 5. The mode in this case, there is no mode, right? Now, we can extend this to bar graphs, right? Because a bar graph is a type of graph, again, that tells us that gives us information. The bar graph is a statistical graph that gives us information about something that we want to know, right? And based on the information that's provided in the bar graph, we can determine, certain things like the mean, median, mode, range, et cetera, from the graph, right? So for example, right, let's say we did something like this, right? Let's say we said right, let's just say hypothetically this is cat, dog, and fish, right? We did a survey. We asked, this is animals, right? This is the number of students, right? And we asked the class, and we said, well, how many people in the class like, how many people in the class like cats, right? And let's say 5 people. Let's say 5 people like cats, right? Right? And then we said, well, how many people like dogs, right? Let's say, let's say 7 people like dogs, right? And then let's say we ask, well, how many people like fish? And let's say 2 people let's say 2 people said they like fish, right? Right? So if you wanted to find the mode in this example, this is 5, this is this is what, 5, this is 7, this is 2, right? The mode in the bar graph would be the highest bar, right? So in this case, the mode in this case is dog, because the question, but more than likely it would be written like in a question where it would say something like, how many how many how many people like the animals the most or something like that, and then you would answer it and you would say, well, in the classroom, dog people like dogs the most, right? So the mode in this case would be dogs, because dogs have they have 7 students who like dogs, right? In this case, because in a bar graph, the highest bar is the mode. The highest bar is the mode. And from this information alone, we can see that how many people took the survey, right? How many people took the survey? So if you just count, we would say, well, 14 people took the survey. People took the survey, because it's 5 plus 7, which is 12, plus 2 is 14, right? So there's 14 students who took the survey, and the people in the question, which is how many people, which animal was like the most, you would say it's dog, because dog is the highest bar. When you're dealing with when you're trying to find the mode in a bar graph, what you just basically have to understand is that the mode is the highest bar. It's the highest, the one in the graph itself. Okay. Cat is not the highest one because cat is 5. Fish is not the highest one because fish is 2. See what I'm saying? So the mode is dog. Okay? Let's do another example. Let's say we said something like, what type of music do you like? Right? And let's say we asked the class and we said, what type of music do you like? And let's say they said something like it was jazz, right? R&B, it was jazz, R&B, it was jazz, R&B, what's another one? Funk, disco, right? And then let's say we asked the class this question, right? And we said something like, this is 5. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's say we said the jazz is 3, the R&B is 4, right? The funk is 2, and the disco is 1, right? So from this information alone, we know this is 3, right? This is 3. This is 4. This is what, 2? 2, and then this is 1, right? So we know, okay, well, which one is the mode, right? So we know that if we just count, we know that the highest bar is R&B. So we know that the mode in this case is R&B. We know that the mode in this case is R&B because mode is the highest, right? And then we ask, well, what's the population, right? The population is the total number of students in the classroom. So we know that it's 3 plus 4, which is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we know that there's 10 students in the classroom who took the survey. So this is number of students. And the R&B, this one is the mode, because the mode is the highest one, right? So we know that the mode in this case is the R&B. Okay, that's it. So basically, in a nutshell, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with bar graphs and you want to find the mode, you just gotta look at the highest bar, right? You gotta look at the highest bar. Okay. case, this one is the mode, right? This one is the mode. Now, there's some questions that may say something like, they may actually ask you something, and they may say something like, like they don't give you the bar graph, right? And they would say something like, they'll actually give you the information, and then they would say something like they would give you like cat, dog, fish, and then they would ask you to like make the bar graph, right? You can also, there's questions like that I also ask that too. In that case, you would just create the bar graph, and then from there you would define, you just find the mode from that. They would say something like cat, dog, fish, like something like that, right? They will give you the data set, like they won't give it to you in numbers. They will give it to you in words, and then they would say like you gotta make the bar graph. When you do something like this, basically, you just make the bar graph, and then once you make the bar graph, then you would be able to find the mode and population and all that stuff. All right, that's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.